Hello again. It's Tuesday afternoon, and I have a great urge to just make a piece of ephemera for no place in particular other than to make me happy. So, I got that pile of extra pages that I had out of my commonplace glue book, and they are just such wonderful paper that I want to start using them. And since that one is first on the pile, that one is going to be at a go. I'm going to cut off those 3 holes that I had put in, because that's a ring. The commonplace glue book is a ring, has a ring binding. So let's see. Gone. Now, since I have zero plan other than to play my brains out here, maybe should we do that style? Should we do, no, I like that style. So, a little fold there, and a little fold over here, and I'm going to leave a little breathing room for this part of the fold. I find that if you start out leaving that breathing room, things work much more easily. Is there enough of a breather? Yes. See how much? Okay. Now, I just took the bull by the horns and made a new bobbin for my machine, and I'm wondering if I want to start this out stitching or not. No, Carol, that doesn't make sense. We're not going to do that. I also haven't chosen any papers. As you can see, there's nothing here. So, I'm going to take a few minutes and go into my my digi folders, and I'll be back and we'll decide what it is that we're going to do with this puppy. I've decided to break out my new Medieval Missives from Medieval Mirage. This is Medieval Missives add-on part 4, and let's see. They are typically beautiful. Jarf's particularly beautiful pieces, just ready and waiting to be used when a person's goal is to just play and have fun. Lovely smallish tags, lovely writing spots, an envelope, more writing spots, another envelope. Oh my. I didn't study these too closely when I was running them off, and I put them on heavyweight copy paper. Background. And isn't the size just delish? So here we have bits, and here we have backgrounds. I will list the name so that you will have the information under this video. Plain envelope makings, small small tags, but in the same design. Larger tags. And all of the possible wax stamp pictures that you could want, including 2 pages of initials, more little bits, hinges for bottom pocket, flap hinges. Oh my, 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 my. And various and sundry writing spots, or writing spots with stamps on them, wax stamps. Well, this is going to be an adventure, isn't it? Oh, thank you for all of these goodies, Jarf. These out of harm's, and let's do some thinking about here. Well, now, I just had an evil thought. Yes, I did. Why don't we just cut this baby down so that those pieces of paper are going to fit? Yes. Absolutely yes. Help if you could see. Went to market, Carol. Okay. No. Yes, of course you want to cut that. Don't be silly. Are these on the same place? Oh, yes, they are. Well, this is only for this, so don't get carried away with cutting. Oh, that wasn't the one I wanted. No, I wanted this one. And maybe this. Yeah, this will be fine. This one. And maybe these. Alrighty. There. Mission accomplished. Let's just get these trimmed quickly. I will trim and get back to you because you don't need to watch housekeeping. Well, here I am, housekeeping finished. I covered the entire back because I assume that this will be not attached, not glued in, but if it is, that's fine too. And I love this Jarf's background paper. And then we have the 2 pieces that we chose for in here, most of which, of course, will be covered up with pretties. And I used some of my my own digital of lace, and I chose, and I have it run off on white paper and buff, or cream color. But then I realized this is white, so I chose that as the option for the inside of the flap. And now And now the time comes to have a nice think, because all of the housekeeping work is done. And I have to go and find some pretties for this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 sides to play with. Oh, that's fun. So I'm going to let the fingers do the walking through my goodies, and have another look at some of these also. That's too big. Okay. My. These choices are not easy. Too big, too big. Too much like, no, we need something with some pizzazz now. I'm sure this one is, if it's books, and I'm just a book girl, I'm wondering if it might work attached here as a flip. I think I'll have to run another one of these off so I can use it, unless, oh, what have we here? What have we here? Well, that's definitely a contender, because it's got a book. And anything else on this, in this batch? Another book? Same size, okay. Will this fit? Will this fit here? Oh yes, it certainly might. This is another contender. And I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough of this. And then when it's folded in upon itself. I think I'm going to have to do some fussy cutting on this, and I think we decided we wanted this and this. Well, I'm going to do that and have a good think and go around, go through my little baskets over here and some other things that I have stashed in my drawers, so that when I come back, I will have a table full of possibilities. I've learned that lesson from Arnie Mays. Just keep all the stuff in front of you, and it all happens by magic. You just ease in all of the possibilities. I'll be seeing you later. Hello again. It's Thursday afternoon, and I have to admit I thought I would be back here sooner, but with my new normal, I'm learning by experiencing. And today was just the day that it was necessary as breathing to me to be right here with you today. Before we go on to the project that I started at the beginning of this video, I wanted to share two things with you I thought you might be interested in. I've made a little bit of progress in this stitchery for the front of our commonplace glue book. Not too much, but I thought I would let you see what was happening here. I'm working on just outlining some of this lace here, and I'm using a little bit of a metallic copper thread here, and filling in a few of them just to give this shape in the middle. This section at the bottom is finished, and I'm going to be working. I'd like to get this little section done before we go on with anything else there. So that's my first little show and tell. And today I received a journal that I purchased from Frosted Bramble because I thought that my soul needed this, and it certainly did. And when I received it, without any exaggeration, this is 1,000 times lovelier than it looked in any picture of it. And so what I'm going to be doing is doing a careful page turn so that you can enjoy this as much as I do, because this is a page after page full of eye candy. And I will be doing I will be doing what I used to call vlogs, but I believe I've given them another new word now. I think it's chat and share. And so that will be the next thing that I get to doing, so that you can enjoy this beauty with me. It not only looks beautiful, but it feels heavenly. So again, thank you, Carol Frosted Bramble, for this lovely journal. Coming soon, so that we can ooh and ah over each one of these bits and pages together. Now, back to here. We started here, and we have the basic little folder, and I am determined on this one to figure out how to make magnets work so that this closes with a magnet. Now, I understand it in the head, in the doing. I know that we have to have something here covered and one here covered, so that, but covered not too thickly, I should imagine, so that it will close and hold together. So, something to figure out. Now, I went into my best friend that I keep up here, as most of you know, on my table right next to the screen, and I went to my neutrals, and I was able to find, now these are the ones that go with this Medieval Mirage grouping, but I found these, and I thought, well, now, if that doesn't look like it might be just good for bits here, so we will get to those. Hopefully, got out a fresh piece of delicious smelling coffee dyed paper, and I think I'm going to put these back in the neutral section. Never ceases to amaze me what comes out of here, and the pieces that come out of here almost always make me happy. So, first things first, I want to get backings on these pieces for the folder. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this for my backings, and this for my backings, and this, I hope, yes, and this for the inside of the envelope. So let's work on this together now. I think that I shall get out good old Thurber and get going. I do hope that you have been finding ways to deal with what's going on in our new world, ways that work for you, that make you and your family as happy as possible given the situation. I, of course, am being triply careful at this particular point in my life, and I cannot say how many times a day I am thankful that we have, and that I, particularly at this time in my life, particularly have this arting to enjoy, this place to come to. I've been reading many statements that are out there, and people who are really do make, so it's not a joke. It's a statement of fact that. Well, I guess now we're going to get to use some of the stuff that we've been hoarding. And I must say I have a giggle every time that I read things like that. I certainly don't giggle over what's happening to our fellow humans, and hope against hope that we'll get this sorted as soon as humanly possible. I do have to say that were I not in my particular situation, I would probably consider volunteering some of my time, because as I said at one point, I was a nurse, but that would not be what I would be volunteering for. I would be volunteering for the scut work part of it, because I was a nurse in the 60s. That's a long time ago. And I know that many retired doctors and nurses are volunteering their time and their help. And we certainly know that the world is full of good and kind people who are willing to come back into their profession and be of assistance at a time like this. And I think of them very often and hope that they are able to continue helping without becoming a victim themselves. So, but at the same time, one must look for one's own ways of finding a little bit of light in some corner of this for ourselves. I think I'm going to cut these quickly and see if there's enough room here to fill up part of this envelope. And then I'll set these aside to do some cutting at housekeeping time. Alrighty, now that's set aside. Let's see what we have here. I think what we need to do first things first, is to turn this into an envelope as best we can. And one right here. Here. I'm actually thinking of going into my, I've got a drawer with some English gilt stickers that are absolutely beautiful, and I think we ought to have just a little gilding, because this is obviously what this represents. So, is there an upsy and a downsy? Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Okay. Now we need, yes I do. I do. Let's see if this is going to work. Fingers crossed. Actually, yes. Actually, yes. And down it goes. Well, we were probably the luckiest people on planet Earth because the roof that was started the last time, that was starting the last time that we met. When I guess when you send enough hardworking roofers to do a job, that roof, which is huge, got finished in a day, and it's just beautiful. And I have to admit that feeling under the weather as I do, it was a gift for me not to have to listen to that pounding for a possible 2 or 3 days. It was wonderful. Oh, doesn't that fit? A treat. Yes, it does. No, I'm not going to fold that. I'm learning my lessons. And I'm not going to fold that until it's more dry. Now, where are we? I'm not going to work on the outside of this yet. I'm going to work in here. And I haven't played with these in a while, so no time like the present. I have these scraps. Get a little bit closer so that you can see them, and I thought they might look pretty here and there. Here and there. Along here. Do we have over here? Well, we have this bit and that bit. And the color is delish. Let's see what happens here. Let's see, how about down there for the time being? What else? What else do we have? Ooh, snapshots and three little stamps. Let's do the stamps first, and then we'll see what's left of the word snapshots. Never cease to amaze me what comes out of my good buddy little folder over there. And that's not even the stack of baskets on my desk. let's be careful. Actually, let's be careful. Oh my. Oh my. I'm starting to like that. Let me bring that back out just a smidge so that you can see it. And here's the word. Here's snapshots again. Let's see if we can do anything with snapshots. These Tim Holtz scissors, of course at 50% coupon, are just wonderful. And I have no idea where that's going to go, but it's going to go. Just because I want it to now. And maybe this background, this darker one against there, and this one up here. And we have this bright one. This one is much brighter, flowery. We just use this one. Let's have a go with this one. Did it cut? Yes, it certainly did. Alrighty now. Let the good times roll. Wow. Because sometimes they don't seem to want to cooperate. And there. Now flower up. There we go. Flower up. Okay. What else? What else do we have here that might? How about a piece of that? There. Yes, why don't we? Course. There we go. Now, if I were to decide that that was halfway, let's check. Be kind of careful here. 7, so that's 3.5, right there. Right there. Of course, I'll never see that again on this planet, but that's okay. Now, I'm going to use the really finer ones that my husband, ouch, the finer ones that I purchased on Etsy. And my husband had these. They're a little thicker, but then this is kind of thick. Let's see. We had that one there. Covered, of course, with something. had that one. Okay, where did you go? You probably got snapped up by the ones that were in my hand. Oh, good. Now, I'm going to do a little, where are you? Right there. I'm going to do a little popping down of this collage, and see we can't make this work. If we cannot make this work, oh, football to the rescue. Yeah, I heard you. I heard you. Where did you go? It's another one. Oh, it's probably stuck on one of the scissors. Well, housekeeping time. I'm going to be having a search-a-thon here. Now, I'm thinking that I need a wee circle. I need a wee circle of something, something. About a wee circle of that one. And that one up here. Alrighty. This needs to be in the center. Everything else works around it. Everything else works around it. And you are now going up here. You are here. You there, you there. Okay, this is where I think I am, but for once I'm going to not be lazy. I'm going to get out my camera and I'm going to do this because it's kind of making me happy. So, take picture, glue down these bits. And then I have another thing I want to do. Be right back. Okay, mission accomplished, including having the magnet hidden under here. So that when it closes over, hypothetically, it's going to close right there. We'll see. And then I decided that what we needed here was a little something darker here. Something very, very, very simple. Just to fill up some of these spots. Nothing overwhelming, maybe just leaves on this one. just leaves there. Why not? Some leaves there. Just play leaves. And just there. I could stamp, but nothing makes me happier than to have a pen in my hand, so here we go. I think I'm going to stop because that's the message I'm getting. So I can be smiling while I go inside and watch some videos, knowing that I found some time today to make some art with you, which is going to make me happiest of happy. Alrighty. I think that will be, I think that will do the trick for inside there. That was a Faber-Castell Dark Sepia F pen. And I'm just thinking that what that needs in there is a little bit of that color. And I just happen to have that color in Le Pen. So let's do the center of these flowers. Just because I can. And therefore, we're playing up some of the color there. Does that make a difference? In its strange little way, it certainly does. Alrighty, now I'm going to have a think. We're going to work on these insides first, but that means probably that what that translates as they're probably going to be, whoa, my goodness gracious, didn't you just curl up? Well, I'll have to have another go at the bone folder here. And I'm thinking that one will be right there. Yes, that's what I'm thinking. And now, before I turn everything off and go snuggle up, I'm going to just do this little bit of fussy cutting. I'll be back soon, hopefully tomorrow. Good morning. It's a Saturday, and it's been a day or two since I've been, because I've been busy with other things, as you know, and I also decided, upon having time to have a think, that this was going to stretch out, this video would stretch out into eons. This is probably long enough. So I've decided to just get some background and maybe something on the 2 inside pages of this, and then I would stop so that I could get it out to you today sometime. Now, I've gone through my my bits and bobs basket, and I have come up with these pieces that will kind of cover, but not overwhelmingly cover, the background of the inside of these of this folder. So now I thought, let's see if we mightn't have something, but the colors I want to have to work with the colors on the missives from Miracle, from Jarf's papers, Medieval Mirage. So I know I just cut out some papers when I had opportunity to sit and have nothing much else to do. So let's look. I think these colors might work right on one of them. Let's see about one more. We know we can do white, but wouldn't it be delish if I could find something bluish? Maybe that's just serious wishful thinking. I think so. Oh. Well, if that doesn't say bluish, I don't know what does. I don't know whether I'm going to do a fussy cut. Well, it just absolutely has to be there. So, okay, that's a good thing. I'm going to now housekeep these pieces down and do a little fussying on this, and then we should be we should have the bones of the inside of this folder completed. That will leave us with the 3 pages on the back for the next video, part 2. I always try, I swear I'm not going to do that, and then it happens because I get carried away. I will return when the housekeeping chores are finished. Well, here we are back, housekeeping chores done, and let's have a little bit of a closer look. We have still this fun to have on the outside, and on my last sitting I worked on the inside flap, and I can still feel the magnet here, and of course this is a complete experiment. I'm assuming that it's going to work the way it's supposed to. If not, you'll probably hear some large shouting sounds. And this morning we worked on just covering up some of this background paper on the inside, trying best effort, get them all, trying best effort to keep the colors that we have in the that we had in the bits from the collection. And of course I will be being sure to put that information in the description below. So, using this piece with this and this as my jump-off point, I found this in my stash, and this, which absolutely cannot be more of a tickle of this of these colors. So, I do hope that you have enjoyed our visit, and will get back with me for part 2, which should not, I hope, not be so long, but I'm just having so much fun that I do have to admit, again, that I tend to lose track of time, so you always have your fast forward, thankfully. If you have enjoyed today, please consider giving me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. I do enjoy them, and I do answer them, and I would appreciate your subscribing to my channel. Let's have a little close-up now, particularly of this Flappy Dapper here. And the magnet is right there. The magnet that we hope is going to work. And oh, my. I don't know what it is about that tickles me, but it certainly does. And I hope it has tickled you also. Bye now. I'll be back soon with part 2.